Hello, W4CY listeners. Are you ready to learn the spiritual laws to success and wealth? Well, pack your virtual bags, because it's 1 p.m. Eastern and it's time for the Traveling Investor Radio Show, sponsored by Cornerstone Investment Partners and RE/MAX Commercial Realty Partners. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready to get wealthy. And now, here's your host and travel guide, the real estate guru, Nitzan Mosery.
Travelers, Nitzan Mosery here, the traveling investor, and I've got my boy Tom, philosopher extraordinaire Zaimes.
There we go.
PE. We got to shorten that thing.
Yeah, I don't know about PE.
PE.
That's right? Like phys ed.
Is that it's. And guys, hope you had a great week. Do me a favor, you guys listening in, go to my YouTube channel. Traveling Investor, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, The Traveling Investor, Facebook as well, The Traveling Investor. You can also check out Tom on those channels as well, Tom Zaimes, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. On Twitter, I am the Traveling INV, Traveling Inv. All right, so check us out on those platforms. Like us, share us. You can also listen to these shows as podcasts on iHeartRadio, on different platforms as well. I won't go into it. You can check it out on our website. We've had a pretty good week. How was your week, dude?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was so good about it?
Well, it really wasn't, but that's a little technique I have, you know?
Okay.
Because when you talk about and you vent, all you do is keep yourself locked in that crap, man.
Mm-hmm.
So my week was absolutely amazing so far.
That's great. Well, you know, you're breathing, right?
I'm breathing.
We're here. We're alive. We're on this side of the earth, and we're talking, and we have the ability to, you know, create and manifest and do everything and do whatever it is we want, right?
I'm still grateful for what I have, and I remind myself of that constantly. And I'm grateful to be here right now. We're gonna have a great discussion. So
absolutely, man.
Beautiful in the world.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, travelers, you guys listen out there. Why don't you go on Talk4 TV and let us know where you're calling in from or where you're listening from. We'd love to know. You know, if you're listening from the States, somewhere else around the world, we'd love to know. And feel free to chime in and ask us any questions about anything. If you want to know about, about the body, the mind,
the soul,
the wallet, spirit,
health,
and anything, right?
Career,
any relationships.
Ooh, relationships.
Right? We're here.
Juicy. Everybody wants to talk about relationships.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. So this week, I've got something positive. Something that really that's something good. My mother, after being in the hospital for about 45 days, is finally getting released, and she's going home tomorrow.
It's awesome.
So we're very excited for that.
Yeah.
She's 84. She turned 84 November 25th, man. She's 84 years old, and she's still kicking ass and taking numbers.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, it's fantastic what she's doing. We're also going live on Instagram and Facebook as well, so you can check us out there. So yeah,
I'm in front of Yoda though. I don't know.
That's okay.
That's optimal.
Well, you know what? Let's see. Stand sideways.
We got Wayne from Canada.
We got Wayne from Canada. What's happening? Dude, we're in Canada. I love Montreal, man. I've been to Montreal many times, and it's a great party city. Beautiful place.
It's a party city?
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, you definitely need to get there, man. Beautiful women. The people there are great. Great food. They have the poutine with the the French fries and the mozzarella with the gravy and all that stuff. Great restaurants, great food. They got mountains. It's a really nice place. Really beautiful city.
Food and party.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
What's happening? Dan from DC and Katie from Kentucky. Awesome, guys. Welcome.
Right.
So what do you guys want to talk about this week?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to mastermind about? I'll share something. We got some people over there as well, so check them out. So I've got some.
Cool. What's up, brother? Nick?
What's
happening?
We got Britt from California as well. Wayne, Quebec. Quebec, very cool, man. Very nice. The what is it?
Nordiques.
The Nordiques, yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. So this week, or we're coming up. This is the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Of this decade.
It's the home stretch.
Of this decade, what have you done? Are you where you want to be? Did you ever think for a minute that you would be where you are now, here at this place in time, with the lifestyle that you live, the person that you're with, the clothes that you're wearing, the place that you're living? Yeah. Has it come true, or have you not even given any thought to it? Right? Let us know. Right? Have you thought about your future? Have you thought about your present? Have you thought about your past?
Right.
And if not, why not? And if yes, what were your thoughts? What would you change, and what would you keep? So, I'm sure you've been, looking at your year.
Totally.
And the month and the year and all that.
Yeah.
What were some things that you did that you're like, you know what? I want to duplicate that again next year. That was something good. That was something positive that I did that I'm going to continue to do on, and I'm going to expand on it.
Okay. So for one, I reflected recently, and because you're never done, right? Even when you get to where you want to be, then there's a new plan, there's a new goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it never ends, really. And I was thinking a few weeks ago, I was like, what the fuck have I done? What did I do? Where am I at? And what I realized was the life I'm living right now is a vision that I had 2 years ago. So it's manifested.
Mm-hmm.
Everything manifests.
Everything manifests.
Everything manifests. So no matter what's going on, I have that. I visualize being in Delray. I visualized the place that I have, the inside of it. I visualized everything. And it is almost to a T of what I visualized. So no matter what happens, I'm happy with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I want more. So what was your original question? What have I done that I'm going to duplicate?
Right. What have you done that you're like, you know what? That's a good thing. I'm going to do that again. I want to continue to do it. I want to expand on it.
I've made strides personally with doing these shows.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it was weird to me. I didn't want to do these shows. Was worried about what people would think, this and that. I'm at the point. I don't want to say I'm at the point where I don't care what anybody thinks, because I think we always care to a degree. But I really don't care.
You don't let it affect you.
I'm not affected by it. I really don't care. People can say shit. It doesn't bother me. If it does, I can clear it within seconds. So that was good, man. I'm really going to push forward this year with my personal pursuit of this side endeavor that I have with personal development and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a big year, man. Going to have products coming out, all kinds of shit.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Huge. Yeah.
We got Wayne, who says he's in upcountry in Quebec. Beautiful country out there. Wayne says, I'm happy where I am at for right now, and that's good. You got to be happy in the present, right?
Be grateful for where you're at. Even though you want more, you can still be grateful for what you have and
that's
be happy.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Britt from Cali says, I'm always doing new things. Doing new things, man, it keeps the mind sharp. It keeps that Alzheimer's shit away as well, right? It keeps the brain young when you do, when you learn new things. That's why they say learning to dance, ballroom dancing, different types of dance classes like that is fantastic for your brain, because you're always learning new things. You're always learning a new step. You're always building on it, right? So that keeps the brain sharp. That keeps your mind, everything.
Everything.
So always
gives you something to look forward to, all kinds of stuff.
Yep, always. But that's great. Keep doing new things. Let's see. We got this from Big J. I want to grow my farm. I have a few ideas. Nothing set in stone. Dude, that's awesome that you want to build your farm. That you want to. What would you say? How'd you say? You want to grow your farm. That's awesome. Do you have I know you don't have anything written in stone, but have you started visualizing what it would be like? Maybe go through magazines and look at different farms, right? And get ideas. right? And let those juices flowing. Maybe create a vision board for your farm, what it would look like, what you want it to look like. Not necessarily what it should be, but what do you want it to be, right?
He probably has an idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Already, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And Rock Titan, I'm personally hoping to monetize my media presence and turn hobby into career. Some real estate would be nice too. That's fantastic.
Well, this is the guy right here.
This is the place, man.
This is it.
This is the place. Tell us more about your about you wanting to monetize and how you're going to monetize your media presence. Everybody's looking to do that, right? That's why we're doing social media. That's why we're here. That's why we're there, so that people can see us. They can get to know us. They can, that's the number one thing, right? People have to know, right? If they don't know you, they can't get to trust you. They can't get to like you.
You have to be willing to be seen is the key. The difference between Tony Robbins and me is my willingness to be seen, right? Right. So the more I amplify that, the more you close the gap.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. Absolutely. Turn it into a career. Absolutely. If you want to turn it into a career, get your year-end goal, bring it down to 90 days, set those goals, set those little mini successes along the way, and just run after it, man. Just kill it, right? Keep us updated. And real estate, what kind of real estate you want to do? Single family, multifamily, office, self-storage, land. You want to develop. You want to do tax liens. What else is there? Flipping residential, flipping commercial, whatever there is, man. Let us know what kind of real estate you want to do, and we'll help you out there. Big J says, my wife wants me to do one of them board things. Don't do whatever doesn't excite you. If it doesn't excite you, don't do it. Because then whatever you're going to do, it's going to be half-assed, it's going to be shitty, and don't do it.
You got to have fun with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You got to like it at least a tiny bit.
So Kim, do you know Tom? Because Kim is like, Tom, shy? She's like, no. I don't think my boy Tom here is shy.
I know some Kims, Reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah, so let me expand on that. I'm a little weird in a sense. I'm very extroverted, right? But when I'm new to an environment and people, I can be a little timid at first. And once I'm acclimated to the environment, then it's a 180-degree change. It's very bizarre. It's something I've been dealing with my whole life.
I feel you, because I'm the same way.
Yeah, this is weird. This is totally weird.
This is why I don't like to go anywhere alone, because it'll take me a long time to start warming up. That's why it's good to have even to a bar or whatever. It's always good to go with a wing person, even though you could be talking over that, but there's that confidence that there's somebody that if this conversation stops, I can turn and I have somebody to talk to. I'm not the solo guy that's out there. So I get that also. I get very timid. I get very, very quiet. Even when I go with a lot of times with friends and they're all talking and I'm by myself, I kind of get a little weirded out. Yeah. Why do you think that is?
It's a fear. I think it's a fear of, for me, it's like, these people don't know me. Maybe what do these people think of me? I think it's a fear. You get a little stifled, right? Maybe something you would say, you hold it back. This happens when I go to even meetups, or yoga or whatever, where people are sitting in a circle and there's 10 or 15 people there, and I don't know them. We got to go around the room and introduce ourselves. Hey, Tom, blah, 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 real quick, right? By the end of the thing, I'm the chatterbox. You know what I mean? Now I'm loosened up. I'm acclimated. I'm not afraid of anybody there. I'm not concerned about anything. So it's a weird thing that I've always had. It's a self-consciousness type thing, something like that. Probably happened. I think my parents used to yank me out of school when I was younger after Christmas, and they would bring us to Florida. There were snowbirds, and I'd have to go to school down here. It was bizarre. Imagine being a new kid in school halfway through the year. Every year. Wow. So I think I learned it when I was younger, maybe 7 or 8, coming in, being that new kid, maybe not having someone to sit with at the lunch table. I think I got scarred somewhere along the line there. But
Right.
I deal with it, and it's not a big deal.
So we got here, Rock Titan, is there any real estate investment that could be considered low risk, high reward? Well, low risk comes with doing your due diligence, with doing your homework. The deeper and the better you do your homework, right? That means, if you're buying residential, that means that you're doing your comparables. You're really driving the neighborhood and you're seeing exactly what's being sold and how long it's taken it to sell and what kind of improvements they have in that house. Is it a corner lot? Is it a middle lot? Is it what year? All these things, right? And if it's a commercial property, the same thing. You're looking at your numbers, right? You're looking at what can we rent it for? What can we do? How much is it going to take to get there? All that stuff. So if you do your homework, it's still low risk, but there's always a risk because it's an investment, right? Low risk would be probably flipping houses. You could go and you can find a house, you can put it under contract, right? Get a discount on that, negotiate with the owner to give you a discount on the price, let's say $5,000, $10,000, and then turn around, find another buyer, tack on $5,000 and sell it to them, right? You close with that person first.
Fund the same day.
You fund that day, then you take those funds and you fund the seller, or you close and they fund you and whatnot, same day, crisscross. And that's minimal risk, because if you don't find another buyer by the end of your due diligence period, by the end of your inspection, you can just say, hey, give me back my money. I don't want the house. So that's kind of really a low risk, high reward. And if you do 5 houses like that a month, that's $25,000 that you're making.
Super low risk. It's like zero risk. And I have lenders that'll fund those transactions too. Simultaneous closings.
Simultaneous, meaning they'll fund the end buyer, the buyer that you find. They'll fund them. You get the money. You then now close with your seller. You take your $5,000. Everybody's happy. Another way you can do that is where you take your contract and then you assign it to a new buyer, and you charge the buyer an assignment fee, $2,500, $5,000, whatever it is. That's also very low risk, because if you don't have an end buyer by your end of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever your due diligence period, your inspection period is up, you can say, hey, I'm canceling the contract, give me back my money. And you continue and you move on. So those are the pretty low risk, very high rewards. Multifamily is a great investment because, especially if you want, when you're talking high reward, there's short-term reward and then there's long-term, right? If you're looking to make quick hits now, signing the contract, flipping, that's a great way to do it. If you're looking long-term and you're looking for cash flow, buy yourself a 5-unit, 10-unit, 20-unit property with you 2 other people, and now you're cash flowing every single month, a couple of $1,000s. You have a few of those, all your bills are paid. Now you don't have to worry about your bills. It's that simple, right? We can show you how to do that. We can show you the step-by-step process on how to do all those different transactions.
He's got the answers.
He's got the money. What else we got here? Kim, no, we don't know each other. Okay, well, hey. He said he did care what people say about him in the beginning. I never saw that. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, for me, let me clarify. It's more of I guess with what I'm doing now, I can tolerate the criticism and the snide remarks, and I care less about that. With the other thing, it's more of how outgoing and extroverted am I right out of the gate. I'm not. I'm a little more reserved. I'm a little more timid. And then once I can feel like the veil lift for me, and then it's like
done.
Yeah.
Next.
I go from like the guy in the room that's not talking to owning the room and owning everybody in there. I've done it my whole life. So.
It's funny if you ask my wife. If you ask my wife, if I'm there goes my live feed on Facebook. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you that I'm not shy at all.
Yeah.
But when I go into a room and I don't know anybody, I could be the person sitting in the corner and I could not talk to anybody. There have been times where I've pulled up to a networking event.
Yeah.
And I've been by myself and I pull up in front of the building. I haven't even parked. I pull up, I look, I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it, man. Nah, not tonight, not by myself. And I would drive home and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it. And then there were times where I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm the king of the world. I'm the king of my world, right?
Sometimes it's a confidence thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some days your confidence wanes. Some days it's powerful. Sometimes it can just be that. We're just like,
right.
When you're totally in your confidence, you don't give a fuck.
Nothing. Right. What else we got here? Rock Titan, very helpful to know. 2020 could be interesting indeed. Thank you. 2020, I call 2020 the year of perfect vision and perfect execution. Right? It's 2020, baby.
2020.
2020. You got to have it.
That's
now,
it.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to listen to our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to continue talking about what we've been talking about. Mindset, moving forward, how to overcome, how to be yourself.
Keep the questions coming. What else do you guys want to talk about? Let's do it.
Let's do it. Keep them coming, all right? So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Traveling Investor on W4CY Radio. Please take a moment to listen to the sponsors who have a secret message just for you. Don't leave. The best is yet to come. The Traveling Investor will be right back.
I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich.
Behind everything you're searching for is something you're actually looking for. When you search with the Real Yellow Pages, you get more than a contractor. You get a whole new curb appeal. It's not just getting directions to a dry cleaner with YP.com. It's rescuing an old favorite from the back of the closet. And it's more than finding a locksmith with YP.com on your mobile. It's getting to sleep in your own bed. Whatever it might be, there are more ways to search and more ways to find exactly what you're looking for with the Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile, only from AT&T.
Hey, this is Rebel Medler. Join me for In Your Face on W4CY.com, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
How healthy is your pet? Does your pet suffer from ear infections, allergies, diabetes, cancer? Does your pet have a sensitive stomach? Well, we have the solution. Who are we? Fiesta Pet Deli. South Florida's original and only fresh food deli for pets. Our exclusive real food diets bring back the puppy and kitten in your pet. Have a healthier pet, less shedding, less scratching and itching, and eliminate allergies. We carry a full assortment of healthy, holistic, frozen, canned, and dry foods. Try out South Florida's largest selection of natural supplements. We also have a large selection of natural treats, chews, and natural grooming products. It's only natural to stop by Fiesta Pet Deli for all your natural products to keep your pet healthier and happier. Stop by Fiesta Pet Deli at the Festival Marketplace, located at Sample Road and the Turnpike in Pompano.
What's happening, travelers? Welcome back. Nitzan Mosby, the Traveling Investor. And this is my boy here, Tom, philosopher extraordinaire, Zaimes. And Rock Titan, if you're still on, I just want to show you something right here. So this is the deed of a 120-unit apartment complex that we bought. I didn't use any of my own money to buy that one. This is a deed of a 50-unit apartment complex that I bought in Georgia. No money out of my own pocket. There's another 76-unit property that I bought with my team. None of our own money. All this money was raised through investors. We went out, we raised all the earnest money deposit, all the renovation money, all the equity that we needed from investors. Then we went to the banks and we got most of the money from the banks. So we raised money from the banks. So all the money that we needed to do these deals, we raised from other people. I can show you how to do that, right? We can sit there and we can show you. Tom can talk to you about different types of mortgages and lendings and anything that's out there for any different types of product that you need. And we can take you step by step from the beginning, how to find the deal, how to analyze the deal, how to put it on the market, how to put it on the contract, how to find a buyer, how to do it all, right? And if you want to fix it and then flip it so you can make a really big bang, we can show you how to do that as well. All right.
Because if he can do it, you can do it.
Oh,
I don't mean that as a slight to you. He's got the blueprint, and if you follow the blueprint, it'll work.
And remember, 10 years ago, man, I was a Rastafarian hippie traveling the world. I had dreadlocks down to my ass.
Lovely.
I was traveling the world. I was a big ass hippie. But you know, when you have kids, you know, suddenly something changes, and you're like, okay, we gotta get serious. We gotta, let's do it. And I've always wanted to achieve big things, and I think I've done it in my life. And but with the kids, that was kind of like, the wake-up call. So cut off the dreadlocks a couple of years after they were born. Started doing real estate with my dreadlocks. So I didn't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I didn't cut my hair because of my business. I cut it because it was getting too long for my wife. She was getting smacked in the head, at night, and I would.
You're horse whipping her. What's
exactly. All that kind of stuff. My girls loved it because they were riding me like a horse, holding on to it. It was fun. It was fun. But it got to a point where I said, okay, I had to let it go. But if I can do it, I never graduated from college, right? I did a couple of years there, never graduated from college. I do not have a college degree. You don't need to have a college degree to do this. You just need to know the systems.
Yeah.
You need to how to build relationships. And if you don't know how to analyze numbers and create spreadsheets, then you just bring people on your team to do that for you.
They know how to do it.
Right? You get people like Tom, people like my other partners. These people are a lot smarter than I am. And when they talk and when they think, I just sit in the background listening going, okay, what was that? Right? So
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you cut your hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long? So you had the hair a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your hair was basically a part of your body, right?
Yes.
You chop off all that hair. You had to have been feeling vulnerable or something, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Was it tough? Did you lose your power, your confidence? You know what I mean?
No, I didn't lose my confidence. It was what was hard for me was that this was a part of me that had a lot of experiences. Went with me through my travels. I had it when my kids were born. It was with me, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily the actual hair went up, but just the fact knowing that I've had these dreadlocks and long hair for so many years, and it's been with me, right? Because the tip that was down here is 10 years old, so that tip was here, and what.
A lot.
It's seen a lot.
A
right?
decade.
That history.
Wow.
So that and then kind of like my identity, right? Because before that, people would stop me on the street. They would look at me. They would want to take pictures, not because of me, but because of the hair that I had.
That's interesting.
And then suddenly that stopped as well. So it was,
So did you feel, with the people, the attention you got from it disappeared? Did you feel, I don't know, like people weren't paying attention to you anymore?
Yes, absolutely. Suddenly I would walk down the street and you hear comment, "Oh my God, that's so great! Can I touch it?
Yeah.
How long?" People now nobody talks to me, nobody looks at me. I'm just some schmo on the street,
Right.
So I've had to kind of revamp myself, give myself a new identity, right? Figure out who I am and what my look is and what my shtick is, and all that. And now I have a whole collection of hats, that I wear, and you've seen me wear my hats and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I have a whole collection of hats, and now people talk to me about my hats. So that's a nice thing. So you just got to continue to what's the word I'm looking for? Reinvent. Thank you. Yes. You got to continue to reinvent yourself, figure out who you are, and especially when you're creating something new in your life, right? A new venture, a new relation. Reinvent yourself, right? What person do I want to be in that business?
Yeah.
What type of person, right?
Yeah.
Who do I want to be? Let's figure it out, right? Let's have fun with it. So it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What do we got here? So Rock Titan, keeping that 2020 vision in mind, are there any specific investments trending in the year ahead? Well, multifamily is always is hot, right? Multifamily is good. What do you think? You see it on the lending side. What kind of investment trends? There's a lot of things, new things happening with cryptocurrency. Not
Airbnb.
necessarily the coins.
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
You can make a lot more money than just renting it out to a person.
Mhm.
So,
So here's my dilemma, right? I've got a house right here next to me that the tenants have been living in there for about 6-7 years now.
Okay.
They pay me every single month on the clock. They've never missed a payment. I don't hear from them. Never hear from them. They've painted the interior of the house. They've changed faucets. They've renovated the place, fixed it up, did whatever things they needed to do. I think I could Airbnb it and get double than what I'm getting from them. Question: do you get rid of these awesome tenants and keep your income where it is? Because my income from that house has not gone up.
Right.
I haven't raised their rents. Right.
But it's reliable.
It's reliable and
no problems.
No problems.
Wow, that's
right?
tough.
Nothing.
Can you raise them a little bit?
I'm going to see, maybe this year, in January, I'd be like, hey guys, it's been 6 years, maybe, another 50, 100. I'll try with the $100.
Right.
And if they say no, they can't, then maybe yes, maybe it's time for them to go, because they're not going to find a place like we're living in now, close to the beach, for $1,500.
Do you have another property that you could experiment with that first, so that you can get the whole thing down, or have you done that?
No.
Airbnb?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. So that's been a big.
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I
risk.
do? What would you guys do? You got tenants that you never hear from, right? That pay you. They're way below market by several $100s, right? And you can also Airbnb it and probably make double than what I'm getting now, maybe even 3 times as much.
Yeah.
Right, because it's east, close to the beach, close to Whole Foods, close to the highway. It's in Boca, right? 2 bedrooms, granite countertops. So, that's been my dilemma.
Yeah.
That's been my dilemma. What do we got here? Bill, how many units should I do for my first time? Well, what do you feel comfortable with? Right? Do you feel comfortable doing with 2, 10, 100? If you want, you can shoot me an email at success@traveling-investor.com, and we can talk about it, okay? We can talk about how many units, where you see yourself going, and all that kind of stuff. Libby, I know as a woman, I hate getting my hair cut. I'm never happy with it. How you ever networked with someone that said something about your hat? Oh, I see. We're talking about the hair. I know as a woman, I hate getting my hair cut. I was never happy with it. How you ever networked with someone that has something, and it says something about your hat? Not at all. They're doing the upgrades at no cost to you. Loyalty is key. Okay. So Libby, well, you know what? Networking with someone who wears a hat, I'm not sure about that. What do you think they're saying about
I'm
that?
trying to understand the question. How you ever networked with someone that said something about your hat? Something negative? Did someone say something?
I don't know. Nobody ever said anything negative about my hats. People were always like, "Hey, nice hat," because most of my hats are made from paper.
Oh, okay.
And Katie, not at all. They're doing the upgrades at no cost to you. Loyalty is key.
Loyalty is key. You don't have to worry about it. There's something to be said about hassle-free, not having to worry about people.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Peace of mind.
All right.
You might get aggravation with the Airbnb.
Aggravation.
So how much is it worth the money?
Mm-hmm.
What's your price for aggravation? That's what you need to figure out.
Price for aggravation, right? Absolutely. But then again, so the price of aggravation compared to how much money could I possibly be making with this property?
Right.
Right.
It might be worth the aggravation.
It might be worth the aggravation.
Right.
I have a friend of mine who has in Northwood up in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
He has an Airbnb. He makes $80,000 a year from that house. I mean, granted, it's a big house. Single family. It's a big house.
Right.
3 bedroom, 2 bath, big pool.
Yeah.
He makes $80,000. Is it worth the hassle?
That's nice. Yeah.
And if you can automate.
It's one tenant, or is it?
Well, it's Airbnb.
And in and out every weekend, or is it longer?
No. Airbnb. Boom, 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 boom. Right.
Yeah.
So, and you can automate it.
Yeah.
You can automate almost the entire process. So you never have to deal with.
So then there is no hassle.
There are online booking agents that can take all the bookings and be like the concierge.
Clean the house, do all that stuff.
All that stuff.
Okay.
Well,
that changes it.
So So who knows? So maybe yes, loyalty is key. They are loyal. They're very loyal. I've been loyal to them as well. I haven't raised the rents on them, and if they move out, they're not going to get a place like mine for the price that they're paying. So they know that they've got a great deal, right? So we both have something to lose.
That's why they're good tenants.
Right. So I meant, have you ever? Okay. Your renters could be hell or trash your house. You're right. The people that I had living in that house before them, which were college students, and never ever rent your house out to college students.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. Don't do it.
They have no regard for anything. I was a college student. You have complete disregard for everything.
And even if you get their parents to co-sign, one of the mothers was an attorney, and she came and she blah 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 sent letters to me and this and that. You must return the deposit. I said, I'm not returning deposits. Here are pictures of what your son and his friends did to the house.
Right.
Never heard from her again. But you got to deal with that shit. And the neighbors kept calling and complaining.
Of course.
You just don't want to, you don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, your renters could be hell. They could destroy it.
Yeah.
Destroy your house. So it's a tough call, right?
It's tough. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some soul searching.
I've been soul searching, and I just can't figure it out. And I guess that's the answer, right?
I would. Here's what I would do. I would try to raise the rent, because you never know. Those people might be thinking about leaving you and moving somewhere else, and just you asking that might be enough to make them say, hey, we were thinking about moving down to Fort Lauderdale. Maybe now's the time. And then it's kind of like, once you put the energy in motion, things fall into place. And it might work out for them and you.
Right.
They might say, hey, you know what? We want to be here. We're going to pay you. Right? So that works too. They might say, you know what? Actually, we're moving on. They leave, right? You do your thing. You're making double, triple the money. Boom. It's life.
That's it, man. It's life.
I think you need to initiate it. You need to make a move to initiate that.
Yeah, Katie says that she would try and work it out with them first. I agree.
Yeah.
So what I like to do sometimes is I like to leave it up to faith, right? Heads.
You're doing it right now?
Well, you know what? Let's see what it would come out.
All right.
Let's see what it would come out. So heads is Airbnb.
You gonna let it hit the floor?
I'll catch it. Or
See,
should we let it hit the floor?
I feel like that's too much interference.
Too much interference.
Let it play out.
So we're going to let it play out on the floor. Right? So heads, Airbnb, tails.
Yeah.
Keep the renters in it. It's tails.
Keep the renters.
Keep the renters in it.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Right.
I'm glad you did this, because this brings up my favorite tool when trying to make a decision. You guys listen to this too. It's the coin tool, right? Except for when I flip it. When you flip the coin, all of a sudden you start rooting for one.
That's right.
And that's how you know that your soul
That's right.
tells you which one it is. And then I don't even look at the result. I flip it, I let it land. My soul was rooting for one of them, and then that's the answer.
That's right. That's what I do also.
What answer were you rooting for?
I think I was rooting for the renters to stay.
Were you?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Because right now I don't want to do anything to upset the boat.
Yeah.
Right. I need everything to be in place.
Right.
Maybe in 2-3 months from now, in the beginning of the new year.
Okay.
We'll be in a different place, and when I do that, and yes, I do that also.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people to do as well.
Yeah.
Same thing. I say flip a coin.
Right.
I said,
But don't look at the coin.
Even if you look at it and you see, and let's say it came out Airbnb, and I'm like, ooh.
Right. Then you know.
Then I know it wasn't that. Then I know that wasn't it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a great way of doing it, right?
Great minds think alike.
Absolutely. You force yourself kind of to feel what you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we got John. Do you ever do pro or con list? Yes, I've done that before. But in a situation like this,
it's more than listing it. You have to then weigh it. You have your list, right? So like a pro might be way more money, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that to you, right?
Right.
You might have a list of cons that's 20 of them, but they're all like bullshit cons. They're not big deals,
Right. And yeah, that's true. And also, but just like what I just said now, like right now, my list of pros and cons, my pros for keeping it the way it is greater than than changing it.
Yeah.
So maybe in a couple of months from now, first quarter of next year, I write out a different pros and cons list. That'll change, right? Depending on where I'm at, right? Yeah. Because the pros and cons are what they are. Right, you just have to see what am I ready, like you said, what am I ready to take on?
Right.
Am I ready for this big change? Am I ready to now have maybe 2-3 months of no income from that property while I'm generating high? Am I in a financial position to be able to do that?
Right.
Am I in a place where work allows me to do that? Do I have the systems in place for it already? So all that kind of stuff.
But just by flipping the coin, though, you just figured out this problem.
Just boom.
You're gonna wait a couple months. You're gonna try to raise the rent, and then you're gonna let the chips fall where they may.
And that's it.
That's it.
Come the first week of January, we're going to talk to them, and we're going to say, hey, It's been many, many years. I know you guys have done a lot to the house. However, taxes have increased, insurance has increased, cost of living has increased.
Yeah.
Rent's got to go up a little bit. Little bit.
It's got to go up a little bit.
It's got to go up a little bit. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to take another break from our sponsors. We're going to hear what they have to say. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about how to get more out of your life and out of your time during the day. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Traveling Investor on W4CY Radio. Please take a moment to listen to the sponsors who have a secret message just for you. Don't leave. The best is yet to come. The Traveling Investor will be right back.
I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy Starr, the king of cool and your host of The Jimmy Starr Show, the entertainment radio show for all you cool and unique people looking to get a behind-the-scenes peek at what's going on in the entertainment industry. Listen in as me and my cool crowd of co-hosts bring you celebrity guests, new music, and the good times in fashion, entertainment, and pop culture. Right, everybody? Right! Tune in live Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on W4CY.com.
You wanted the best? You got the best. Your favorite internet radio station in the land, W4CY Radio. We have all the entertainment you desire, from talk to music to comedy, right here on W4CY.com. Listen to W4CY Radio 24/7.
You know exactly how much sun and water every flower needs in order to bloom. You know when someone's in love based on the bouquet purchased. You know flowers. We can help you find more people to buy them. And by working together, we can get your small business growing. At AT&T Advertising Solutions, we have more ways to reach more people. With print, online, mobile, and direct marketing, AT&T Advertising Solutions has local advertising experts to help your small business find more customers. Call 1-800-GET-REAL to learn more. AT&T, rethink possible.
Won't you fly free, bird, yeah.
Hey, I'm Johnny.
I'm Gary. And I'm Ricky. And you're listening to W4CY because it's the best of radio. And this is Leonard Skinner.
There you go.
Skinner!
Attention listeners, we are preparing once again for takeoff, so please return to your seats as W4CY Radio welcomes back your real estate guru, the traveling investor, Nitzan Mosery.
What's happening, travelers? Nitzan Mosery here, traveling investor, philosopher extraordinaire, and we're back with our final 7 minutes of the show. It's been awesome. I love the content that you guys have been giving us. We've been going back and forth. This is the way, you get the mind rolling. This is the way you get the ideas flowing, right? You start talking about things and you start doing it, and you really, it's like the juices are flowing, right? It's you get into it.
Do you guys prefer doing it this way, or do you like it when guests come on, or do you like it when we have the banter with the questions back and forth with you guys?
Yep. And I want to say hi to my daughters, Kaya and Amelia, that they're watching right now. Hey, girls. Thanks for your support. We love you and hope you're getting some good stuff out of this.
Dud Tom says hi.
And Dud Tom, that's right.
That's right.
There you go. So here we talk about being in a positive place, and you have to have the right mindset, but we all get into that funk. We all get the clouds.
I had it, recently.
And and I had it as well. And I had it like today, yesterday, the day before, this I guess this whole week right now, because I've been looking, going, oh my God, the year, we've got 3 more weeks and I haven't done what I needed to get done on so many different levels, and I got things done, I didn't get things done, started scrambling. Yeah. And it kind of got me down. It kind of, I didn't achieve certain goals I did achieve, but I was focusing on what I didn't accomplish. I was focusing on what, the money I didn't make, rather than, what I did accomplish, and where I'm going. Like I thought I would be a lot further along in my speaking and coaching programs, right? I thought by this time, I would have a lot more clients where I could talk to and help build their business and teach them how to do real estate and get them on the right path, right? And help them create passive cash flow. And then I stopped thinking about that. I stopped, like you said, I stopped being there.
Yeah.
And then I had a call with Julie, my assistant, and we started planning other things out, and we did this and we did that, and we set dates and we set goals, and this is what we're going to do, and this is the process, and this is the step. And I set goals for myself to finish my online modules, the online course that I'm going to be putting out by the end of the month. We're going to be putting out an online course where you can go in, and it's me teaching you how to do real estate, how to buy apartment complexes, 2 units, 4 units, 100 units, whatever it is. And just by doing that, by setting goals and getting out of that area of
getting into action.
Getting into action, that kind of started to spur things up and shift my energy. So if you guys ever find yourself in a funk like that, one of the best ways of doing it is just to get up and start shaking, start moving around, go to a nice place, go to your happy place, go to the beach, go to the mountains, go to the river, change your energy, right? Take a couple of deep breaths, but then look at everything that you have accomplished. Look at everything that you have done, right? We can look at what we haven't done and take note and say, okay, that didn't work, right? But what did work? And start implementing that and moving that. So I started writing down my goals, and I started re-energizing and doing it. So, how do you guys do that? Because you said it.
Well, what you focus on expands. So if you're focused on everything that you didn't do and all the mistakes you made, all you're going to get is more mistakes, and you're going to get more misery and all the same bullshit. And you can't, and when you're in that crap, you can't get here. You can't get here when you're in here. So the key is shaking that off, not feeling guilty, not beating yourself up about what you haven't done. A tool I use is, I haven't done it yet. YET. All you got to do is throw yet at the end of what you haven't done. It changes the whole energy around it. Carolina Mankowski, I got to credit you with yet, the yet tool. And that's it. Get happy. I put music on and dance. If
that's it.
If
change
the energy is
man.
stagnant, you can change your vibe in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And being in a place of worry doesn't get you to where you need to be. It just keeps you in a place of worry. So understand where you are, put a plan in motion, set your goals, set your destination, your coordinates, where you want to go and how quickly you want to get there, and who needs to help you with all that, and start moving towards your goal and see how quickly you change. Right? Being in the present, being in the now. We are now, what are we? We're December 4th, so we have next week's show and the week after, but we won't do our Christmas show because we will be having fun, and then we won't be doing the first show on January 1. That falls on a Wednesday.
Because I'll be still in a nightclub the next day.
I probably will be with a hangover or just enjoying the first year. It's always good to start the year off the way you want to start the year off.
Yeah.
Give it the tone. So I like to start the year off the way I want to.
Peaceful.
Wake up in the morning, look, I can do what I want, when I want, with who I want.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to do the entire year.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
Awesome, guys.
Yeah. Watch some football, eat some food.
And just go into that new year on a positive feel, on a happy note, you know, not on oh shit, I gotta go to work tomorrow, that never gets you anywhere, right? Never gets you anywhere.
No.
So, well, travelers, I want to wish everybody a great week. Have a great week, a great weekend. I want to wish you a great week. Enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow, I'm going to visit my mom and help her move out of a hospital back into her home. So that's really exciting. For all you travelers out there, Keep the faith. Keep looking to the stars, right? Put one foot in front of the other. Set your goals. Put it in motion, right? Let it out into the universe and be amazed at what you can accomplish. So I'm going to leave you with this. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. And may the sunshine fall upon your face and rains fall softly upon your fields. Until the next time, travel safe, travel well. This is Nitzan Mosley, the traveling investor, and Tom Zaimes. We'll see you next week somewhere on Spaceship Earth. Take care.
Wow, what a great show. Are you excited to learn the untold secrets of how to get wealthy? Then tune in next Thursday and every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern right here on W4CY Radio. You too can learn how to become a traveling investor. If you missed any part of this episode or want to hear it again, go to the Traveling Investor Podcast on iHeartRadio. You can listen to all past episodes on demand 24/7. Next week's episode will take us somewhere new and exciting, so don't miss it. Thank you for listening.